Hello, everyone. We are located this evening at Sawtooth Valley Pioneer Park. It's the community park in Stanley, Idaho. And we came up here because there's a wonderful signal. And also because of the background, there's Dawn. Say hello to Dawn. And I just wanted you to pay attention to the beautiful view that we have behind us. Those are the Sawtooth Mountains. Let's see if you can see a little better. It's a gorgeous view. And with us tonight, we also have Cindy. So you guys get to finally meet Cindy tonight. Say hi to everybody. Cindy's been a nice addition to our camping group, and we've really enjoyed her being here. So let me welcome everyone. So I see code 4. Hey, Don, first in the house tonight. Nice to have you here. There's Kim and Daryl. Miss you guys so much.
Yes, we definitely do.
Yeah, can't wait to catch up. And there's Sue from Lucky Dog Productions. Nice to have you, Sue. Hope everything is going well for you. And they're just saying hello. Of course, Dawn is logged on. There's Donnie. Hi, Donnie. How are you tonight? Good to have you. And Kathy is here saying hi to Cindy. And Weekend RVing. Nice to have you, Millie and James. Glad you could make it. What do you think of the lovely view behind us? We're in Stanley, Idaho. It's gorgeous here. You have to make plans to come through here someday. We are currently camped. Oh, there's somebody new. Quentin Carberg. Hello. Nice to have you. Thank you for stopping by and checking out our channel tonight. Hope that you enjoy the live stream, and please feel free to drop in the chat and participate, because that's what we love. So we are, so Cindy's smiling. I don't know if you can see her. There, yeah. You had to come down there so she can see you. You have to be visible. So, looking good, Cindy. So, anyway, we are camped right along the Salmon River tonight, and it's just a gorgeous place. I didn't have time to put up any photos of it, but I did put some on Facebook, I think, so you can take a peek at it there. But of course, there'll be a video to come about the location that we're at. It's absolutely fabulous. There's Kelly. Hi, Kelly. Nice to see you tonight. Glad you dropped in. And some days here saying thumbs up, everybody. That would be great. I'd appreciate it. And thank you, Daryl, for reminding everyone.
79 degrees here.
It's gorgeous. Although Monday it's supposed to start warming up, getting in the 90s. And we just got a weather alert from the Weather Channel that a little bit of southern Idaho is going to be in triple digits. So it's probably going to be pretty warm here as well. So we will see. Let's see. Kevin's saying 75. Yeah, right now it's been a lovely day. We've had, it's been cloudy and overcast. We've had a few sprinkles of rain, but that's about it. So, anyway, tonight's topic, let me straighten out my camera a little bit. Sorry. Tonight's topic is, what is your plan B? And there's a story behind why we chose that topic tonight. It's funny now. It wasn't so funny then. I showed Kim my thumbnail the other day and she died laughing. So you have to laugh at yourself every now and then, and you learn things as you go. It's not anything I didn't already know, but it wasn't something that we had actually planned on happening. So the whole gist of the story is this. We were camped down near Ketchum, Idaho, on a lovely forest road with a beautiful site that there was a 3-day stay limit and a 16-day stay limit. And according to one of the forest guys there, he wasn't exactly sure where we fell at. Well, evidently we were in the 3-day stay limit because one day the actual forest ranger for that area dropped by and asked us how long we'd been there. And she said that we had to be out by the following morning. So here we are with really not a devised plan A yet. And she told us about a couple of different forest roads that we could check out and probably camp on. One of them was really not passable for Kevin and Dawn's rig. She told us that the other one had an area clear at the end of the road that hardly ever filled up until July. So, okay, that's our plan A. We didn't have time for a plan B at that point in time because that same day, Kevin had taken, I had a cracked drain pipe in my bathroom sink. And Kevin had taken half of my dinette out and it was sitting outside my rig. And so Kevin and I were out trying to find parts for the plumbing. And Dawn texted and said, we have to be out by tomorrow. So, oh, great. You know, my house is a wreck. I had a live feed that night and we had to move the next day. So there wasn't a whole lot of planning that went on. And so we got all cleaned up. I did my live stream last week. We left at around 9 o'clock in the morning and drove. How far was that, Kevin, up to Baker Creek Road? Do you remember?
I think it was about 9 or 10 miles.
Yeah, it wasn't very far at all. And we drove the whole length of that place, and every single campsite was full. And no plan B. And it was a very, very frustrating day. Let's see. Let's kind of catch up for a minute before we go any further. Kelly's saying hi. Everybody's saying hi, hi. Daryl is saying could be 111 here next week. Oh my gosh, that's just as bad as it's going to be there. So hopefully, when do you think you guys are leaving? Because we need to talk. Let's see. Then Blue Lane, nice to have you. Hey, glad you stopped by. We're talking about Plan B. And if you missed my story about why this became the topic, go back and watch the beginning. Actually, the last 5 minutes or so, and you'll be able to catch up with what's going on. So anyway, here we are with no plan B, and we have to find a place. So we just continue driving up Highway 75, and there's tons of camping areas, but we had no idea about any of them. And the bad thing about it was once you got past, actually right before you got to this Baker Creek Road, sorry about the wind, guys, we had no signal. So we had no paper map in our vehicles, and we were without cell signals, so we couldn't even research where we were going next. So it was really quite a frustrating day, and we searched and we searched. I tried at one point, we had signal to contact the Childers because they've stayed in this area before. I was looking for some information, and before they could give it to me, we lost signal again. So, you know, we finally drove into Stanley. We had some signal there. We looked up some campgrounds around the area. When we found a few, and I said, look, we're just going to have to stay in a paid campground for the night until we can figure this out and find out where we're going. So, you know, that's why I'm putting out this information, is that it's absolutely essential that when you travel like this, even if you have made a reservation at a state park or an RV resort lately, I've seen tons of videos where people have had reservations that got canceled and they didn't know anything about it, or they didn't get any notice, but the campground doesn't have any record of the reservation. So it's really essential that everyone have a plan B. If you have had a similar experience, please make a comment in the chat and let me know, because this will be useful information for other people as well. So let me stop for a minute and catch up.
Yeah, I don't think anybody wants to travel for six and a half
No.
hours just looking for a spot to be.
Absolutely not. Okay. Thanks for the thumbs up. Yes, thank you, everyone. Hannah, hi, nice to see you. Glad you could make it again tonight. And Nomadic Ramblers are here. Hey, how are you guys doing? We were just looking at your pictures of your location. Love that park. It's an absolutely gorgeous area. I don't know if you watched my video from it last year, but it's a beautiful place. And the sunsets are incredible, aren't they? Let's see, Quentin saying hi to the Ramblers. Medicare Plan B or boondocking Plan B. This would be boondocking or RV camping. It doesn't have to be boondocking. Other reservations can get canceled without your having any notice, or you can go into a first come first serve area thinking you're going to get something and it's already full. So you have to have a backup plan, and maybe more than one. The wind is fierce right now. It can be. It's not as bad at the moment, thankfully.
At the moment.
Let's see. Oh, that was Storm that said that. Wind is fierce. Nomadic Rambler saying hello to everybody. RVing done our way. Nice to see you. Thanks for dropping by. I'm glad that you could join us this evening. Have you guys ever had a situation where you got to where you thought you were going and you couldn't get in for whatever reason? Just make a comment if so. And Kevin is outstanding in his field. That was Daryl. Yep, you've had one. Tell us about it. Thin Blue Lane. And let's see. Retired is not a field, Daryl. Okay, you boys just keep talking to each other and we'll just keep going. Do you have Thousand Trails? No, I don't. It's not something that I wanted to spend money on at this point in time. Encore, RPI. Kevin and Dawn have RPI, don't
Yeah,
you?
we have coast to coast RPI.
Yeah.
That's it.
But I just primarily boondock. I like the free camping. I don't have to have hookups. I'm not that kind of person. So I try to stay in free campgrounds whenever possible. We did stay at Salmon River Campground, just a little south of Stanley, for 4 nights, just so that we could regroup and plan where we were heading next. Y'all have fabulous views, and so do we. However, the Wi-Fi is very sketchy. Yeah, well, our Wi-Fi is none.
We don't have any.
No Wi-Fi here. Sharon, I don't know if you was here or met Cindy, but Cindy. So this is Cindy, who is kind of, you gotta come down a little bit further. Down a little further. Poke your head in. And this is Cindy. And so she's been camping with us now. Her first full-time day was with us when we were at Lud Drexler. So single female pulling a holiday rambler, and she does a great job with it. So I can't wait for you to see her trailer. It has all original cabinetry and everything inside. So some things maybe need a little work, but I think it's really in great shape for its age.
Yeah, it's 1968.
68. So, and it's really pretty. I like it.
Nice to get a rough idea of what it looks like.
Yeah,
What those look like in the beginning.
exactly. So Plan B is finding another spot in a church parking lot. We did that. We did that not that long ago. That's another story in itself. So twice in the last 30 days, we've not had a plan B.
Apparently, we're not
So,
very good at plan
yes.
B.
So I've been pretty insistent now about, okay, what's our plan B? So we're sitting down more, and I don't, like I said, we haven't had any internet to really be able to research, so we have to come into town if we want to check things out, online. However, I do have, and I should have brought it with me to show you. Have you ever seen The Wright's Guide to Free and Low Cost Camping? It's a book that I found on Amazon. I'd heard a lot about it. And it's a great paperback, and it gives you state by state, city by city, all of the camping around that's free and low cost. So it's like Forest Service and BLM campgrounds as a general rule. It's really a great reference when you don't have any internet. It's given us some great ideas so that when we come into town, we're not spending a lot of unnecessary time with our research. We've already got some idea of what we want to be looking for, and that way we can plan a little bit better when we're
Wave, you're on
online.
live YouTube.
So that's kind of the story about what we're doing. Let's see. Quentin is saying the boondocking site the Nomadic Ramblers were at last year near Salem was great. Actually, we're in the same vicinity. We looked at that site and we're heading there, and we're fortunate enough when we first turned onto the road, right by the river, it was all completely empty. So we got the spots right off the bridge, right down by the river, and it's just amazing.
And Rambo can actually reach with his cables. He can put his feet in the water from
Yeah.
our door.
Yeah. I took Ziggy and Dee Dee down to the water, but they didn't want to get in it. So I'd like for them to get in it and get a little cleaner. But they do have grooming appointments down in Ketchum on the 28th. So I have to drive down into Ketchum one more time and get them all groomed up for the summer, get their hair cut, get a nice bath. So that'll be nice. We drove into Ketchum yesterday to pick up a package. I had ordered a new seal for my RV toilet because the water has just been, leaking down. It won't stay in the bowl. So Kevin, once again, our RV maintenance guy, Kevin, is going to be repairing that and also finish fixing my drain while we're here. And then that way, we'll have plenty of time for him to do it. There's Kevin. Photobomb Kevin. So anyway, that's kind of the story of my life right now, is getting things fixed, it seems like. Hannah's saying this will be so nice to know for all of us people who want to do it in the future. And that's the whole purpose of why I chose this topic for tonight. Twice is enough. I don't want to continue doing this. Lessons learned. Always plan for a plan B, because you just never know about life. That's just like I thought I was going to be heading up through Montana and across the northern United States and down into Indiana for August. Just found out today that my grandson's competition that he was going to be playing in has been canceled, totally canceled. So I won't be going there in August. Excuse me. So it's in some ways made my travel planning a little bit easier because I don't have to worry about a specific date. Let's see. Awesome, Cindy. So the Nomadic Ramblers. Awesome, Cindy. Let's see. Already keeping the boondocking. Yeah, that's very true, Daryl. And it's outside. It's outside trip. Outside trip.
Oh, outside trip.
Hey, outside trip. Haven't seen you here before, but welcome. And I love your name. It's such a big joke. So this is Inside Dawn, and this is inside and outside Cindy. I'm inside and outside Shirley. And outside Kevin is over there. So, to be followed by outside Daryl and inside Kim and outside Bobby and inside Sharon. So I love your name. And thank you so much for joining in tonight. Anything that you have to say, please feel free to participate. Okay, so let's see. Everybody's saying hi to Trip. Love those packages, says the Ramblers. Yes, we all love packages. We were talking about that earlier yesterday, about how we need to, try to plan forward where we're going to be going so that we can, order the packages and hopefully have them there when we get there. Well, and we know that doesn't always work out, but then you have to have a plan B, right? So sometimes plan B is staying in the area longer than you needed to, and that just kind of goes with it. But if you have things that you need that you've ordered and they're not in yet, sometimes you do have to wait on packages. And it's just a part of the life when you're doing the RV lifestyle. Sorry about my hair. Sorry about the wind. I did brush it earlier, believe it or not. So anyway, let's see. Lots of love, Thin Blue Lane. Thank you so much. I'm so glad that you guys were here tonight, and glad you could join in. Sorry, I'm watching the people surrounding the park. So, anyone else have a story that they'd like to tell about not having a plan B? He's with Inside Mama. Oh, outside Trip. Is this your grandson, Trip? I wasn't catching that at all. Okay. Please share this video. Thanks. Oh, thank you, Daryl. Thank you so much. Let's see. So you're in Laramie, and you need to get a hold of us. We're planning our next move. We don't know what yours is.
No, not a clue.
And we're not even guessing anymore.
Working the calendar.
Yeah. So, if you would like to let us know what you're doing, send us a text or give us a call. Otherwise, we're just going to, fly by the seat of our pants. And Dora, Natalie, nice to have you here with a plan B. Nice to have you here tonight. Hello from Eastern Washington. Love following your channel and adventure, Shirley. Thank you very much, Dora. I'm so glad that you could join us. Actually, Kim and Daryl are in Spokane right now, and hopefully we'll be catching up with them in a few weeks or so. And Quentin said, "What is the stay limit where you're at now? 14 days." That's what we're assuming. There's some areas around here that are on 10-day stay limit. Some areas they've cut down to a 3-day stay limit. We saw no signs, none, zip, nada, about any kind of a stay limit. So we're assuming the typical 14 days, which will take us through to July 6th. So that way we have a spot for 4th of July. We don't have to worry about trying to travel or find a new spot and all the craziness. As long as everyone just keeps driving by and leaving us alone. And that's what we're hoping for. And it's a gorgeous site. So we're very happy to just stay right there for 14 days or 28 days or whatever.
Whenever the next ranger stops by,
exactly.
"You've been here a while."
Shanna Craft, hey, how are you? Nice to have you tonight. Thanks for stopping by. Nomadic Rambler says, yes, he thought it was funny that you didn't catch on. Yeah, I'm sure he did. I don't know why. I never thought about him having a YouTube account, and why not? Because all kids do anymore. So that's really funny. Trip, you got me. Okay. We're going to South Dakota. All right, thanks, Trip. You will love the Badlands. It's really gorgeous there. I know my granddaughter enjoyed it. She was about 13 when we took our trip there, and she absolutely loved it. She wanted to climb up all the rocks, and we saw some longhorn sheep and lots of prairie dogs and buffalo. Yep. Down near that one campground. We drove down by that area, and it's got a lot of wildlife there, so you'll really have fun. It's a place that's like no other that you've ever seen.
Oh, and prairie dogs, a bunch of
Oh,
prairie dogs.
they got a prairie dog town. Yep. So you're gonna love it. Shanna's saying, tired. I have been cutting grass all day. One of those days. Oh, Shanna, I'm so sorry. Especially in the summertime, it's really hard on you when you have to go out there and cut the grass. I used to always try to do it around 9 o'clock in the morning, so I was done before 11. Otherwise, it just got too hot there in Florida to even try to cut the grass. But I had to wait long enough for all the dew to go away so that I could cut it, but before it got too hot. So sorry you're going through that. I know what it's like. Glad I don't have to do it anymore. Missing dawn to dusk weather report. Well,
So, about the weather. Let me tell you, we got heat coming, possibly clear to 4th of July, maybe even a little after that. But I'm telling you, come up here, we're just going to go in the river. We're going to plant our chairs in the river.
absolutely.
That's it.
That's it. If any of you have seen Kevin's post about the campfire ring and the chairs out in the river, that's gonna be us. For real. But yeah, we've got a nice little spot right near our rigs where someone had taken the time to put some rocks around there and almost build like a cold jacuzzi or a whirlpool, if you will. A nice little semicircle area with small little pebbles where we can go down there and sit down in the water and cool off. It'll be great. We don't care how hot it's going to get. So, let's see. Trip says that's what he's going to do, climb the rocks. Absolutely. You'll love it. It's great. Even in Custer State Park, she was always looking for rocks to climb. And are you guys going to Custer? Because that's a beautiful area. You've got to go see that.
Sylvan Lake.
Yeah, Sylvan Lake is beautiful. Lila got in a kayak and, kayaked around the lake, and we hiked all around it. Make sure you go the Needles Highway because that's really a neat area. And
Don't take your rig through.
Yeah, don't take your rig through there. And make sure you do the wildlife loop. It's really a lot of fun. You'll see a lot of wildlife. So it's a great park. You gotta go there. So one more thing to do. Let's see, float trip. I don't think we're going to be floating, but the water's too fast. I'm not going there. I'm going to be planting my butt in the water. That's what I'm doing.
It's pretty shallow.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't really swim in it.
Exactly. So Stormy is saying the supermoon should be awesome tonight if you have no clouds up there. Actually, I got some really great pictures and a short little video last night. It was beautiful. So if it's great, I'm going to be doing the same thing again tonight. We'll call you after the show. Thank you. I would appreciate it. Because we're going to stay in town and grab some pizza afterwards. So I love Stanley. It's a nice little town. Let's see. How are my babies? Their babies are fine, filthy right now. I've really been wanting to give them a bath, but I can't do anything until my drain pipe gets fixed because it would all flow into my trailer right now. So we don't want that, and I don't want a lot of, gray water sitting in there right now either. Or so my RV mechanic Kevin tells me. That's what I have to do. I have to be careful with my gray water right now, so I have to behave. I have to do what Kevin says. But yeah, Ziggy and Dee Dee are fine. They love being outdoors. They I walked them down to the river, but they wouldn't go in. They just don't like that water. They're not like Rambo. I wish they would, because I'd love to get them in there and just at least get some of the dust off of them. They're a mess
I'm
right
giving
now.
them extra cuddles for you.
Use Kevin's shower. They had to go get water today. Not because they were out though.
Yeah, no, we didn't have to.
Yeah.
Just,
But they were just filling up their bladders. But yeah, maybe I could just go use her shower. Actually, Kevin's gonna fix that tomorrow, Kevin.
Yes,
And then Cindy, I guess, is sliding over to Saturday.
I might be able to get hers too.
Okay, that would be good. So Kevin is also going to be putting some anti-sway bars on Cindy's trailer. She had a set that she wasn't really happy with, that wasn't really controlling the sway of her trailer.
that's
weight
distribution.
Yeah, they're just weight distribution bars. So anyway, doing a little bit along the way, and he put on an electric jack for her last week. So cell signal is not the best.
Not the best. It's not existent.
Yeah, non-existent. Absolutely. We have to come into town, or at least up by the ranger station. So the ranger station's what, about
Well, I figured it out today.
10
twice
miles
now.
away from us?
Heading north to Stanley, mile marker 187. That's where you start getting signal.
Yeah, for AT&T. Actually, Cindy has Verizon, and you got signal before I did.
Just barely.
Yeah. So Verizon's a little bit wider coverage here than AT&T, but once we get where there's a signal, we have a pretty strong signal here. And my live tonight is solely on AT&T. I'm not using my T-Mobile Wi-Fi box at all. It's just AT&T. So
Yeah, show them the tower.
The tower just looks like a pine tree. They've seen them.
I never.
They have seen them before. So yeah, we just, we come in about every day or every other day just to kind of catch up on Facebook and messages and emails and phone calls. The other day when I was in Ketchum, I was gone for about 8 hours that day, wasn't I?
Long time.
So I had to stop by the post office and pick up my parts. We did laundry. And then I went to the public library to sit down because I had to, do my bills for the month. And it's hard to do when you don't have signal. And we haven't had signal for a while now. So had to stop and take the time to do all that and catch up all my finances. And then I also had to make the thumbnail for this video and, set it up so I'd have my live stream all ready to go. And I stopped and ate lunch and then went back, and it was like 8 hours. It was gone. It was like the whole day. But it was kind of nice and relaxing. The library was great there. So if you're ever in Ketchum and you need to have a nice quiet place and some Wi-Fi, go to the library. It's a beautiful library.
It's not a bad laundromat.
No.
It's actually kind of neat. It's called Laundry Mutt.
Yeah, laundromat.
You can have your dog bathed while you do your laundry. But a little expensive.
Yeah, it was, but it was nice. And then we stopped at a grocery store there and bought some groceries. It was Atkinson's Market,
Yep.
Which was nice. It was a little upscale grocery store, so it was a little more expensive, but it was handy instead of driving another 20 miles to go to Albertsons. And I didn't need a whole lot while I was there, so it was handy, and I stopped there, got what I needed. Did you go see MJ? No, we haven't been over to McKay. How long are they there? Are they there for the whole summer or just a month or two? Or I don't even remember. The Nomadic Ramblers say, "You go, Kevin, Mr. RV mechanic." He's been doing a great job. It's been very helpful, and I'm very appreciative, and I'm sure Cindy is as well. So it's nice. It's nice to have that somebody that can help you with things like that. Save some projects for me, Kevin, said Daryl. I don't think he would mind. um, I got a project for you because I'm not going to make Kevin do this. I've got lights up over my bed that just quit working for whatever reason. So if I can't figure it out by the time I see you, then you can help me with my lights. What's Kevin saying?
He's gonna cry.
He's going to cry.
He's like, what?
I lost my job.
Well,
Finish the ones that I've got to do yet.
we got to share the wealth. You need a vacation every now and then, Kevin.
Oh, yeah.
So,
So I can work on my stuff.
so he's saying, so how many projects do you want? But then he's saying that. Okay, Kevin. We'll let you guys fight it out when we meet back up together. You can worry about it then. Whoever gets there first can have the project. That's all I can say. So anyway, but yeah, it's been an interesting couple of weeks for us. But I'll tell you, Idaho is incredibly beautiful. And the one thing that I will say is, even though we've had some frustrations going on, we've had some really great sites that we've stayed in. Before we went where we're at now, we stayed at the Salmon River campground just south of Stanley, and it's really a beautiful park. There's two sides to it. Kevin and Dawn and Cindy stayed on the left side coming south on 75 because that's the only two sites that were still available, and I was over on the other side of the road. So I had some peace and quiet. But you know, we may do, and the river was over on their side, and we still had some community dinners. Cindy cooked one night, I cooked the next night, and then Dawn cooked the following night. And so we just, traveled back and forth between our rigs and had our meals together, and just enjoyed the view and the wildlife. There was eagles flying around and some ravens. Those black ospreys, Daryl. So yeah, we had lots of little ground squirrels and chipmunks, and it was pretty cool. It was a nice little park. There's Becky. Hi, Becky. Nice to have you on. And it does that momentarily, and then it'll come back. So don't give up on me. So yeah, Becky, I just answered one of your comments from my last video, actually, just because we don't have cell service where we're camped at. So we come in town periodically to try to catch up. Super moon tonight. Yep. Last one this year. Oh, they'll name another one, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm not too worried about it.
Named
What?
after Biden or-
Yeah. What kind of super moon is this one? Does anybody know? Has anybody heard?
This is a strawberry. Oh,
A
I think
strawberry
I did see
moon?
something about strawberry. Yeah.
I don't know where they come up with these names. Do you guys have any idea? I was saying to the gang last week that the only specially named moon when I was growing up was the harvest moon in August, and that was it. And any other time was just a full moon. And now every full moon gets a name. It's just crazy. Every thunderstorm gets a name. Hurricanes, and it used to always, now it's hurricanes and hurricanes. It's just beyond my scope. I don't know what to say about it. And Becky's saying it froze for a moment. Yep, it does that. We do lose the signal every now and then, but just hang in there because we'll be fine. So after the live feed, we're going to go eat some pizza and head back to camp. I got all my laundry and everything put away. Just did some little projects around the house. When you have a small little trailer, things pile up really quickly if you don't put them away right away. And you have to go back and you have to put everything away. So I'm good at hanging in. All right, Becky. So anyway, that's my plans for the evening. And tomorrow, Kevin will be working on that drain. So I got to get my bathroom cabinet and my storage under my bench and my dinette all cleaned out and ready for him. So that'll be maybe a half day project or less.
And we should have enough time to come up and watch the children.
Yes, and we'll be in town to watch the Childers tomorrow night.
Yay!
Yep. So we'll look forward to seeing Outside Trip as well. So just know that we will, as long as there's a signal tomorrow night, we'll be on there. And what time is it now? It's only 6:11. All right. So does anybody else have anything they want to talk about? Do you have a plan B? Sorry. Let's see. Strawberry because the berries start. Oh. Well, wow, that's new. They've never done that before. I don't understand. Why didn't we 20 years ago have a strawberry mill? Well, really thought I'm inside outside Trip. You probably are, Trip. You've probably been helping Mama as much as you have your pawpaw. Yeah, I'm sure, and I'm sure they're glad to have you around. And this is just a wonderful trip for you, at a great time in your life, because before long you're going to be off and running around with your friends and everything, and you won't have time for Grandma and Grandpa at that point in time. That's the way my grandkids are now. So I want to say thank you for you taking time to spend time with your grandparents, because that really means so much to them. And they are enjoying this time with you as much as you are enjoying this time. So my hat's off to you, Trip. You have a great time. Hey, howdy. There's Roy and Becky's Travels. Nice to have you on here tonight. Becky, are you feeling any better yet? I know you got to the doctor. Hopefully they let you take your medicine again, and I hope you're feeling better. Shanna's saying it's not red. It's something to do with strawberry harvest, yes, in the Northeast. So, yep. And Stormy's saying signals to Native American strawberries will start to ripen. Huh.
Native Americans.
What?
They're not Native Americans, they're indigenous.
Indigenous.
No political talk.
Go be quiet over there. You're welcome. You're welcome, Becky. Meant to be RVing. Hey, how are you doing? Nice to see you. We were just talking about Plan Bs earlier. If you have a story you'd like to tell us about a time where you didn't have a Plan B and what the effects of that were, please put a comment in the chat. Keep this live stream going, because I'm kind of running out of stuff to say here. Good, Becky, you're feeling better. I'm glad to hear that, because I know you were miserable there for a while without your medicine. You're so welcome, Trip. You're a joy to your grandparents. And hopefully I might get to meet you before you have to leave and go back home, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Daryl's saying, I will buy you an ice cream, Trip, when I see you. Yeah, let's hope we do get to meet him. That would be fun. And Becky's saying, 2 Becky's in the house. Hey, Roy and Becky. That's right, 2 Becky's in the house now. It's nice to have everybody on here that's been on here tonight. James and Millie, if you're still on here, it's probably Millie. How are you guys doing? I haven't been able to watch one of your videos lately because of no internet service. So I'm kind of out of touch with everybody. I haven't been on Roy and Becky's live stream. I haven't been on Lucky Dog Productions live stream, just simply for the lack of internet and not being able to get, in town at the right time. So just so you guys know, I haven't forgotten about you. I just need a signal, that's all. So hopefully the next place we camp at will have some internet. That's one of the things we're really going to be looking for, if at all possible, in this area, if we can find it. And Shanna's saying, I don't understand either, but that's what I heard. Like you, Harvest Moon was the only name, full moon, just not many years ago. That's right. That's absolutely true. It's just kind of gotten crazy how they name things that really don't need to be named. I don't understand the purpose behind it, but if it makes them feel better, I guess we'll just have to put up with it. Go Starlink, hurry, yay.
Yeah.
Yes, that would be incredible so that we don't have this problem with internet. Because I don't want to go with the Nomad internet. I think that that's a little bit too expensive for what you get. I'd rather just wait for the Starlink and get hooked up with that. So we will see. Hopefully, they've said maybe by the end of the year, it'll be available to people who are full-time RVers. So we're hoping for that. Hey, Roy and Becky, Teresa and Mike. Yep, we're glad that everybody was able to stop by tonight. I can't believe no one else though doesn't have a story about not having a plan B and being somewhere and not being able to camp where you thought you were going to. Come on, guys, don't be bashful. Don't be embarrassed. Just share your experience because we want to teach those who haven't done this yet and give them some ideas of what they need to do.
I'm voting for Plan B and Plan C.
Yes, exactly.
Plan D.
Yes, Trip, we actually met momentarily at Alena State Park. That's true. But I'd like to meet you again. You're older now. So it would be worthwhile. Shanna's saying, hey, Roy and Becky. Karen, 2 babies, 4 grands. Nice to see you. I have a question. What are you going to get on your pizza? Well, first of all, let me explain to you that I have a 3F rule about pizza. It's kind of a comedy thing, but it's my thing. So 3 Fs. No fish, no fruit, no fungus. So I'm a meat lover, so I like sausage and pepperoni. Ham is good, bacon's good, green pepper and onion. Those are the things that I like on my pizza. I don't know what everyone else is getting. We haven't really made a decision yet, have we? What do you want on your pizza?
Whatever you want.
It's, the only thing I'm not a fan of onions on pizza.
Oh, well, we don't have to have it.
Oh.
Everything else.
On half.
On half?
On half.
Okay, on half. We'll have
There you
green
go.
pepper and onion on half. And
I like green
I
pepper.
don't like to say that.
black olives. I love black
I love
olives.
black olives.
Black olives
I
are
love
good.
pepper.
So that was a good question. See, Donnie's saying, have you noticed a huge amount of campers? Absolutely. That's part of why we've had so much difficulty. All the campgrounds that we've gone to had been full. We just happened to luck by. Actually saw these sites from the road. I saw 2 open sites on the left-hand side. And we'd gone up into Stanley, turned around and came back. And Kevin and Dawn saw 2 sites on the left-hand side as we were coming back down. So we were able to find spots that way. But all the other campgrounds we went to were full. So that's what's making this year a little bit harder. And, national parks, if you're thinking of going to national parks this year, you want to be really careful and consider, the time of the year that you're going because July, late June and July are typically very busy times in national parks. And most of the parks now are going to a numbered system or a ticket system where you can't get into the park, without a number or a ticket or whatever their reservation system is. So you want to consider that. You want to research the national parks, make sure what their requirements are for entrance into the park, and decide whether you're going to have the time allotted. Are you going to get there and not even be able to get into the park? A lot of the campgrounds are going to be full there as well. So, where are you going to stay? That's why I'm saying plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D. Because there's more people out camping this year than ever before. I don't know if any of you have ever watched the YouTube channel RV Miles, but he does updates on everything about RV travel. state and national parks, legislation concerning our parks or our RVers. So you want to check that channel out. I'm sorry, my hair is itching my nose. And kind of keep abreast as to what's going on in the RV world in our national and state parks. So it's a good channel. It's called RV Miles. And he also has a blog if you want to join his blog. All right, so this thing has been flying by for a minute, so I got to catch up.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Let's see. I kind of got behind here. So Starlink. Question. Have you noticed a huge? Yes. Roy and Becky says we're still writing our story. Yeah. When are you guys going to start traveling again? Do you know? I know you had to stay and see the doctors and everything, but are you going to be traveling soon? Maybe after, or maybe wait till after August. Might just stay home where you can have air conditioning.
Carol says Plan B is Walmart.
Plan B is Walmart.
A lot of Walmarts are stopping
Yeah.
too.
That was one of the things on RV Miles videos was that a lot of the Walmarts are going to be stopping that. Karen says, I have a question. Oh, that was the pizza question. Sorry, Karen. I already did that one. Huge amount of campers. Story. What did I miss? I'm an intermittent camper until all the kids graduate, says Becky. Certainly understand that. I was intermittent for about 2.5 years before I went full time. Hannah says, I may have a plan B in the future, just not yet. Well, it'll come. It will come eventually.
Trip says I'm a kid.
Karen says, I'm a no fruit or fish. So no fruit or fish again. And Daryl saying that's what Nomad says. Yeah, and Trip does not have a plan B. It's just whatever Mama and Papa says, right, Trip? We'll let them worry about that. Roy Becky says, but usually a truck stop is plan B. Yes, but you know what? We've noticed up here in Idaho, we haven't seen a truck stop in forever. You know, there's no pilots, there's no loves, there's no TAs. I think the first one that I've seen, we were looking at maps, is up in Montana. So, yeah, they're not always around either. And no freaking straw. That's Daryl. Yes, that's right. Don't need a straw for my drink. Thank you very much. Meant to be RVing says Boondockers welcome and harvest. And jumped again. Go back down here. Harvest hosts are great if you need a place to stay due to places being booked. Yes, actually, I think I need to renew my harvest host too. We stayed at a great little place on the way out towards Quartzsite this year. That's the first one I've ever been to, so I'm looking forward to maybe some better ones. But yeah, they're nice. Harvest host, that's a good idea. We should have maybe thought about that, but you know, no internet.
No internet.
So yeah, you had to plan that ahead of time. Let's see. State parks during the weeks, not so crowded. That's very true. And state parks are sometimes very nice places and not as expensive, you know, as some RV resorts and things like that. So state parks are nice. COE campgrounds, of course, when you can find them. I haven't really researched Idaho as far as Corps of Engineer parks. Bobby and Sharon, have you seen any here in Idaho or stated any? Maybe you could give us some input on that. Let's see. And then Bobby and Sharon says, Plan B, open parking lot, gravel roads off the road, laundromats. Oh, we are actually stayed at a Planet Fitness. So Plan B. Thank you. See, that's the kind of thing that other people need to know about, and evidently us as well. It's kind of hard when you have 3 rigs, though. So that's the thing right now is that, you know, there's 3 in our group, and you have to find spots for 3 people. And some of us have bigger trailers than others. I won't mention who. But, you know, you have to consider that as well. So, you know, it kind of limits the possibilities. Um, but these are just the factors that you have to look at and know ahead of time, you know, okay, if I get here and it's not going to work out, what's my plan B? Let's see. And I think we hit a plan G even once. That's funny. That's hilarious. Let's hope that never happens. I don't even want to think about a plan G. And outside trip is saying I'm a 4-year-old in a 12-year-old body, just so you know. That's funny, Trip. Well,
Nice one.
at least you're loving life and having fun, and that's what it's all about right now. You got plenty of time to be a grown up later on in your life. Enjoy your youth while you can, and see as much and do as much and learn as much as you can, because I'm telling you, your grandma and grandpa are smart people, and you need to listen to them and learn from them. They can teach you an awful lot about life and the things that you need to know to be prepared for your adulthood. So don't ever doubt them. They're really great people. Okay. Kevin is laughing at Trip, and yeah, everybody likes Trip. Not soon enough. Okay, so, but at least by October, that's probably the best time to start traveling. I know when I get stuck at home in the summertime, I just stay until like late September, October, until it starts cooling down a little bit, because you know it's just too hot to travel in, and it's just much better just to stay at home with the air conditioning, and then get out and do what you need to do. Yeah, while you're here at home base for sure. Millicent says, do you think there are more and more people becoming full-time RVers?
Yes.
Yes, but I think that there are a lot of people who are just buying trailers and coming out camping that never have done it before either. You know, the pandemic set a whole new precedent on everything. People got tired of staying home, and you know, there was so much in the news about, you know, full-time RVers, and you know, on
Couldn't
YouTube.
fly, they couldn't,
Right.
you know, make travel plans like that. So why not buy an RV and go travel?
Exactly. So I think that that's why we're seeing such a big influx. But it's making it difficult to find campsites this year. So you really have to do some extra planning ahead to make sure that you have a place to stay. And I'm not giving up this lifestyle because of it. We'll find a way to do this. We just have to be more prepared.
Well, the positive side of that also is that the more RVers, the more RV parks they're going to have to make.
Let's hope.
We hope.
Let's hope. I did see an article or a news clip, I can't remember what it was, where was it in Arizona? Was it Prescott? Where they
Coconino.
Coconino National Forest is completely shut down for camping now. So, and that's just because of overuse and abuse of the land. So people need to realize this. You know, if you're going to get that RV and go out there, you need to do what's necessary to keep these parks and areas open for us to be able to go out and recreate. Don't be a slob. Pick up after yourself. You know, it's like your mom used to tell you, put your clothes in the hamper, make your bed, you know, pick up your trash, take the trash out to the curb. Just be an adult, you know, and act like a civilized human being. Sorry for the little rant.
We've seen our share
Yeah.
of nastiness.
Yeah, it's not fun. Let's see. Have you meant to be RVing says he's forever 17. Have you tried using iOverlander app? I do some. Daryl has introduced me to that. It's not one I'm real familiar with yet. So I need to start practice using it more. I tend to use Campendium and All Stays and Free Campsites. Those are, and the U.S. Forest Service and BLM app. There's also a Ultimate Campground app that I like for free campsites. So those are good apps too. But Daryl is very proficient with iOverlander, so when we're together, I just rely on him to do that. Thank you, Daryl. So anyway, let's see. All right, it skipped on me again. Trying to go over Forever 17. Trip, do you ride the e-bike? That's a good question. Has he been riding the e-bike? He needs one too. Oh my gosh. Thank you again for the trip. Aw, thank you, Shirley. You're so welcome. You guys are very knowledgeable people, and Trip can really learn a lot from you guys. So it's a great time in his life for him to be out there doing this with you guys. And as much as we miss you, we're glad that you've got this time with your grandson, because it's a once in a lifetime thing. I know I had that with Lila when she was 13, and it's a trip that I'll remember forever. I hope that she does as well. So anyway, we got a whistler in the background. I don't know if you guys can hear it or not, but he's been playing a guitar and whistling. And so if you hear anything, that's just somebody here in the park. Trip says, I can't ride the e-bike. It's illegal. It's illegal. Is it really?
Is there an age limit?
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that. Because it's a motorized bike.
I guess it could be.
That's kind of silly. They can ride. They can ride little motorized mini bikes.
Right, scooters.
Yeah.
I don't get that. Huh. Well, something to think about anyway. All right, so guys, we're getting hungry, and it's 6:32, and the wind is starting to blow again. So I want to thank everyone that's joined in tonight, everyone that's contributed to the discussion. I really appreciate it, and hopefully we'll see you again next Thursday night, right here from the same location. And if all goes well, and we're still where we're at, this is where we'll be. So y'all have a really great week, and I look forward to seeing y'all down the road. Good night.